Dan, back again for another shot. Back again at your old stomping grounds. And what brought you back?
It was such a great time last year. Well, one, it's a few pieces. So I went to Sandhurst as the token American in my intake. So then I had a fantastic time here. So that was like kind of part of it. I get to come back here, but it's been so long since the United States military has had an all armed forces or all military rugby for 15s, especially since sevens really got big throughout the world. I just wanted to be on the ground floor as that took off and then see where it ended up. So the fact that we were able to do this again, and hopefully we can keep this going, and the guys are awesome. Mark has a rule, no dickheads.
Yep.
So,
good rule.
But everybody is more than willing to help anybody else because everybody comes from slightly different, tiers of rugby. And for myself, I don't get all that much rugby as I would like being stationed in Germany. So coming with and working with guys like Doc Irie,
sure,
he just got off playing his 7th MLR season. So the knowledge he owns, I'm just like a sponge when I'm around him. It's awesome.
That's great.
So him and Koi, Mickey, just the coaching staff, especially for the forwards, I can't say anything bad about them.
That's great. It does seem like the forwards, especially the tight five guys, bond quickly. You kind of have to.
Yeah.
What is that bond like? I think a lot of you seem to know each other.
Yeah.
Cross paths in some way or another.
Yeah. So combination of a lot of guys playing with the sevens programs for each branch.
Yeah.
A lot of them know each other from that way, or just playing random clubs throughout the military experience, and then also guys coming back this year and playing. So that being said, it's everybody always says the forwards are always in the trenches, but it's the tight five that are always in the trenches.
Yeah.
So the fact that we already have that shared hardship and understanding, we all know it sucks, but we all love it because it sucks. So typical military saying, embrace the suck.
That's right.
So we all know what we're signed up for, so we're all just willing to help each other out and see what goes from there. Yeah, I played inside center one semester in college, and you don't know what the forwards go through until you actually can take a step back and you're on the field with them.
Yes.
And you're like, wow, they do 85 to 90% of all the bull work, which is why which is fair. They do hate the backs for a good reason.
That's right. Fair.
So,
when did you decide the military was for you?
it was a weird spot in my life when I finished college. Rugby, at least 15s, isn't nearly what it was in 2014, 2013 when I joined. So it was a weird transition to, my dad was in, all my grandfathers, my uncles. So I was like, if I'm going to join, I might as well do it now. I was 26 when I joined, so I'm a little later than normal. And I was like, okay, cool, this is what I'm doing. So I joined originally as an air traffic controller.
Okay.
At good old Fort Rucker, Alabama is where I was stationed out of, home of Army Aviation. So I got a lot of great controlling experience. Then I was like, I need to do something a little bit more my personality and be around other people with my personality. So went to officer candidate school, which is where I got the opportunity to go to Sandhurst. It's a program that they run through there. So then I commissioned as an infantry or lieutenant. And then from there, Sandhurst, went to infantry officer school, got stationed in the 173rd in Vicenza, Italy. Great opportunity. Then went back to Fort Benning for my officer career or captain's career course. Stayed there for a little while, did a company command. And then now I'm in Germany doing range operation stuff out at a Grafenwehr training area. So it's been really good taking all my experiences, especially being in the range operations field now. So as the lead infantry live fire planner, really getting to, see some good solid training and actually be part of the ground up when it comes to planning it all.
Oh, that's good.
Ensuring that units are safe when they conduct their training. And it's been a really good opportunity so far. Work with a lot of great people. So
was your experience overall what you envisioned it to be when you first signed up?
Well, so me and my buddies joke, they need to stop showing lieutenants Band of Brothers because they all want to come in and be Dick winners.
Right.
So they have this really romanticized image of the military, and people who haven't served sometimes have that romanticized image, which I tell people, if that is your image, especially as a civilian, like, I don't want to, like, keep it.
Right.
But no, it's, I guess, like, because I had such an interesting and odd career so far, I don't think I ever envisioned it that way. I thought I was going to do my initial contract like most people and then just get out. But I didn't. So, and then the one thing I always tell people, and I think it's like a big reason why a lot of people back in the day used to join, was see the world and unique opportunities.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, though, I've been able to do both of those.
That's good.
And, sometimes you got to embrace the suck at a certain duty location, but you're buying yourself time somewhere else that you really want to be down the road. Which I think some people like are just so nearsighted and they lose that picture. But I mean, honestly, like so far, 11 and a half years in, I have no regrets.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
If you like the work that we do, go to Golf Rugby Report /support GRR and donate to help us keep all our content in front of paywalls. And also support our sponsors. Irish Rugby Tours. Go on tour. Expand your horizons. They'll make it happen for you. The US Rugby Foundation, which supports grassroots rugby around the United States and also helps elite opportunity. Panther Rugby Academy, in which you can pursue elite playing opportunities. The Crusaders magic can come from New Zealand to you in the United States. The Crusaders program is touring the United States, helping grow the game, but also they are opening themselves up for their world-renowned coaching. You can send players who want to be elite, coaches who want to be elite, teams that want to be elite to their player and team residency programs and their coach development programs, coaching immersion with the famed Crusaders, the most successful professional rugby organization in the world in New Zealand. Go to crusadersglobal.com to learn more about how you can make yourself, your coach, your team better.
Do you want to go play rugby in college? Next Phase Rugby. That is the app to download, start your profile, connect with over 400 colleges around the United States, and get the place that you want to go for higher education and also to play some great rugby.
So I started playing rugby at Temple.
Okay.
When my football career there kind of fizzled out. I played for John Ciotto, Spider.
Yeah, sure.
And then I migrated out and played for Jason Horowitz out at Shippensburg, and then graduated 2012.
And was that when you started playing rugby?
Yeah, fall of 2009.
Okay, wow. At what point did you decide, well, rugby's got to be a part of my life, whatever I'm doing? It seems like everybody's like that.
Yeah, so it was like the kind of quintessential thing where like one door closed, another one opened.
Yeah.
So I was just telling one of the other guys the story today. So very long story short, went to Temple to play rugby out of my JUCO at Thaddeus Stevens College of Technology in Lancaster, PA. Didn't go my way with my credits transferring over. Nobody knew that at the time. So when I got there, they're like, sorry, but we're sorry. You can't play. So after a month of feeling sorry for myself, kind of like woke up. I was like, I need to go do something.
Yeah.
And then I watched rugby practice one day, and then one guy ran over to me. He was like, hey, man, you think about playing? I was like, yeah. So then that Wednesday, following practice, I was out at Temple University and played their fall 2009 schedule.
Wonderful. That's great.
Yeah, that's great. Absolutely.
Going back to sort of where we are now, do you have any memories from last year, this tour? Is there anything that sort of sticks with you, whether it's on the field or off?
Yeah, so it's kind of special that we get to come here for remembrance.
Yeah.
Their version of Veterans Day, our Veterans Day, obviously World War I ended 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. So it was for all the allies and everybody else involved. Like that was when, it ended. So we all kind of share that same, and then just the, like literally like just the remembrance of everybody understanding like the forefathers that came before them and then wore the same uniform for the British Army and for us.
Yeah.
It was nice because even though we might be in two different militaries, we share one common goal, being in the military. And it's realistically like between the two, there's not much of a difference besides a funny accent. Between, right. But honestly, like everything, a lot of it's the same. Might just be a different path for it. But at the end of the day, the end result's still the same. So I think we all really appreciated that aspect of, we're all respecting what came before us.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And I think you really felt that, especially when you rewatch the game or, watch the introductions right before the game of everything, all the festivities that happen, you could really feel that.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah,
And it's for me, having grown up in England, went to a boarding school in England. For those, because the rugby players and the kids who went to school before 1914, those schools were hit hard on the casualty list in World War One. Nowhere near as bad in World War Two. You'll go to these schools, and the World War One casualty list is massive. World War Two is still big, but it's not as overwhelming, and that's partly why the remembrance stays with November 11th, because they were shocked in Britain by what was happening. So it sticks with them. The United States a little bit different, maybe. I mean, we lost a lot of people in World War One, but I think you can, as a fellow military person, look at that and say, "Oh, okay, no, I kind of know your pain. I understand that stays with you, right? That sorrow stays, right?"
and I think the key is just to never forget, which is one of the sayings for World War One. So you can't really get to where you need to be unless you understand the past.
Sure.
I think some people tend to forget that, and then and then history repeats itself, unfortunately, at times.
Yeah.
So I think when you actually remember what actually happened prior, you can kind of put yourself and take a step back, put things in perspective. You're like, all right, is this tactical or operational move actually worth it? Just because the ripple effect, you know what I mean?
Maybe not Dick Winter's experience, but pretty good experience for you, and both in rugby and in the U.S. Army. So,
Absolutely.
It's fantastic. All right.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, thank you.
All right, appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Love it.
Yep.